Do you hear my dishwasher running? There we go. Hello, lovely people, and welcome back with Kat. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I make my meatballs with just 5 simple ingredients. So stay tuned to see how I do just that. All balls and no sauce. This is the only meatball recipe you need with affordability and deliciousness in mind. You won't regret it. As always, I'll be showing you how I shop for my ingredients and breaking down the costs. Together, we'll be shopping for pork belly and for ground beef. So let's go. So if you're asking me, hey Kat, what's the difference between pork belly and bacon? Then I'm here to show you that the bacon you find at your local grocery store is cured with added sugar. You'll see 0 carbs on the label, but the process makes me a little uneasy and therefore I avoid them. Also, I've noticed that since I've been super strict on carnivore, the added preservatives in the curing process actually hurts my tummy and makes me bloated. That's why I shop for pork belly. It's the same cut of meat as you would use for your traditional bacon, but uncured. If you're looking for any cons, the belly cuts do come in thicker slices, but it takes no time to cut this to your desired size. So at my local Walmart, I found pork belly for $6.54 a pound, so it's relatively available to purchase. I like buying my pork belly in bulk at the Costco for $4.79 a pound. All right, when it comes to ground beef, I find the chub with the highest amount of fat. These chubs are 27% fat and weighs 5 pounds. So it's definitely coming home with me. Believe it or not, this won't last but just a few days in my home. Look, can I be honest? I'm not sure how these Impossible Burgers sell. I mean, look at this Beyond Burger. Looks beyond appetizing to me. Just do me a favor and look up the ingredients and tell me if any of it sounds good to you. All right, enough of this. Let's go home. So here's the cost breakdown for 2 pounds of food. This recipe yields 32 ounces of meatballs. That's around 32 1-ounce balls for $7.66. Whoever said eating carnivore was going to be expensive? We're going to start this recipe by crushing up our pork rinds or blending it to produce a 1/4 cup. Next, I'm cutting my 8 ounces of pork belly into tiny pieces. This is what helps add all the juicy flavors and extra fat to our meatballs. Before we move on, make sure to set your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's time to mix. I am simply going to break up my 20-ounce ground beef and massage in my chopped pork belly before adding a single egg and my pork rinds. Here I'm using my rendered tallow to grease up my pan. And honestly, I almost forgot my salt. We'll need a tablespoon of this within our mixture. Now, for the molding process, I recommend measuring out 1 ounce of meat before forming it into a ball. Once you're done, go ahead and place it on the pan. Now, here is that process for you again. You will continue until you are out of meat. And again, this should yield about 32 1-ounce balls. These look pretty good. We're gonna keep these bad boys in the oven for 9 minutes before taking them back out to flip over as a way to ensure that they cook evenly. After flipping them over, it's back in the oven for an additional 9 minutes. If you need me, I'll just be here waiting. Hey guys, really quick, I truly enjoy bringing you this type of content, and I kindly ask you to please subscribe and help my channel grow. It means a lot to me to see your support. All right, back to the video. We're back, guys, and our total cook time of 18 minutes are up. Are you ready to see the most delicious meatballs ever? All right, guys, we are back with our mountain of meatballs. It smells so delicious, and it came out just golden brown. I flipped it halfway through, as you saw, just so that it could cook evenly, so I could sleep better at night. But I am so excited to try this out with you. So without further ado, that is so flavorful. I love that it's just straight up meat. Again, this was the ground beef, this was the pork belly, and some pork rinds. So it tastes so good. It's not crispy or anything like that, but it does, the egg and the pork rind really does help bind everything together, and it builds such a flavorful bite. You honestly cannot go wrong with this. They're so good on their own. If you are okay on eating dairy, you can totally make your own Alfredo sauce and have that same experience as you would with pasta, pouring some sauce over your meatballs. But honestly, this tastes so good on its own. Oh yeah. Check it out. I'm anxious to hear your review. If you happen to make this recipe, let me know how it goes. As always, you can alter the recipe and add in some Parmesan cheese. Any kind of aged cheese would work, just to up the flavor on here. This profile tastes so good. It's salty, it's juicy, it's flavorful, and it'll definitely make me happy. Sitting down after a long day with a big old plate of balls. Anyway, let me know how it goes. Thank you guys so much for staying with me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.